Some time ago, I mentioned that the theory test will be increased to 50 questions from the then 35. Well, it's too late now. Yesterday was the beginning of the new theory test. So you have a harder theory test and an increased price as well. So those of you that are thinking about saving money, well, you've missed out there. The theory test now is more expensive. But like I say, time waits for no one. The more you put things off, it's not going to wait for you. So those of you that are thinking about starting your driving and are saying tomorrow, well, you never know. Maybe by the time you get around to it, the practical test would then include the eco driving, which they are thinking about introducing next year. Anyway, another information that you should be aware of, those of you who are about to take your practical test, if you take your test after the 1st of October 2007, you need to make sure that you have both your photo card and the paper counterpart in order to take the test. Up till now, you can sign a declaration if you don't have the paper counterfeit, and they will allow you to take the test. But from the 1st of October, you would need both the photo card and the paper counterpart to be able to take the test. Failure to present these will mean that your test will be terminated, and of course you will lose your fee. One of the things that irritates me most is pupils who do not appreciate the time of their driving instructors. Some of them just call up at any time and think that they can cancel the lesson because they haven't paid for it. But the truth of the matter is, driving instructors can be very busy at times, and therefore any slot that they've already allocated needs to be paid for, even if you are not taking the slot, because they could have offered it off to somebody else. Therefore, it is very important as a student that you do not take your driving instructor for granted. How would you feel if you had a lesson booked, particularly a test, and the instructor calls up at the last minute and says, oh, I've got something that has turned up and I can't make the driving test? Obviously, there are times when things do happen and you can't make your lesson, but there are some students who make a habit of cancelling the lessons at the last minute just because they haven't paid for the lesson in advance. No matter how much or how little your driving instructor charges you for a lesson, once you have agreed a slot, courtesy demands that you actually take that slot. While there are some instructors who might have been given the industry a bad name, most instructors are genuinely trying to make a living, and it is not good that pupils should therefore take the mickey by cancelling lessons just when they feel like it. Oh, I think I'll rather go out tonight for a drink with my mates than go for a driving lesson. You are also giving the students a bad name. So if you have a driving lesson, make sure that you turn up for it, and if for unknown circumstances you can't make it, let the driving instructor know as soon as possible. But do not make a habit of cancelling your lessons at the last minute. Personally, you only have one chance with me whereby you cancel a lesson at short notice without paying me, and you're off my books, because my time is very important to me. I have a skill that gives me more money per hour than I do gain from driving instruction, but I have a zeal of passing my knowledge across to many people, and that is why I also take up driving instruction part-time. In fact, even before I became a driving instructor, I was helping people to learn to drive just out of my own pocket, just to help people, because I have a zeal for driving and I want as many people as possible to also enjoy driving if they want to. So don't be one of those pupils who cancels lessons at short notice.